In this very short video, today we will be studying about central dogma. Is it okay for everybody? Before I start and tell you what is central dogma, I would like to introduce some terms with you. Though beta, these terms that I am discussing or introducing with you will be taking up in details in the next coming videos. But you will not be able to understand this dogma without understanding these terms. So the first term that we need to understand in very short, as I told you, very short we are going to do this, is transcription. What is transcription? There are several steps, beta. There are many steps in which a particular segment of DNA is copied into RNA. The DNA gets copied into RNA. This process is what we call as transcription. Remember, the copying of DNA, the conversion of DNA, a segment of DNA, a particular part of DNA, it gets copied into RNA. And there is an enzyme, RNA polymerase, which helps in this process. As I told you, this is a process where a particular segment or a particular part of DNA is copied into RNA. But remember, this process takes place in several steps. It is not that in one step only the DNA will get copied into RNA. There are many steps. So the first step of this entire process, the first step of all these steps or several steps in which a particular segment of DNA is copied into RNA is called transcription. So as soon as we come across the word transcription, remember, it is the conversion or the copying of DNA into RNA. Many steps in this. The first step is what we call as transcription. There is an enzyme which helps in this process, RNA polymerase. As such, we don't need to go into details. We will be taking up transcription in a separate video. Moving on to the next word, that is reverse transcription. Reverse transcription means the reverse of transcription. What happened in transcription? Just the opposite of that is going to happen in reverse transcription. Reverse transcription, remember, occurs in some viruses only. What happens in reverse transcription? A sequence of nucleotides is copied from an RNA enzyme. Normally what happens is RNA gets converted into nucleotides or polypeptides. But what is happening over here is just the opposite. What is happening? A sequence of nucleotides is copied from an RNA. And the enzyme which helps is the reverse transcriptase. You don't have to learn these terms. You don't have to go into details of these terms. The third is translation. What is translation? The process in which the ribosomes which are present in the cytoplasm or the endoplasmic reticulum, they synthesize proteins. So basically the formation of proteins with the help of ribosomes which are present in the cytoplasm or ER is what we call as translation. Is it okay? Translation occurs after the process of transcription. What has happened? The transcription of DNA to RNA, this is how it happens. First, what takes place is transcription of DNA to RNA, in which a particular segment of DNA is copied into RNA. And then after transcription, what happens is translation. What happens in translation? That the ribosomes, which are present in cytoplasm or ER, they synthesize proteins. Now, another term which I will be using in this video is four-letter language of DNA. Because we have to go according to the same vocabulary which is given according to this dogma. So we cannot change. So I will be using this language, 4 letters language of DNA. So when I say 4-letter language of DNA, I mean those bases A, G, C and T. Adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. And when we say the 4-letter language of RNA, then we mean the 4 bases of RNA, that is ACGU, adenine, cytosine, guanine and uracil. We know that in RNA, 3-letter sequences will correspond to the formation of amino acid. Out of these 4 letters, any 3 will combine together. Like you have in English, A, B, C, D, E. The 3 letters combine CAT, cat, BAT, bat. Similarly, out of these 4 letters of RNA, ACGU, 3 will combine together to make a specific combination which will lead to the formation of amino acid. That we'll study later. So let's start. We know what is transcription. It is the first step in which DNA is copied into RNA. What is reverse transcription? Just the opposite of what happened in transcription, and this takes place in some viruses. What is translation? In which what is being formed? Protein synthesis is taking place with the help of ribosomes. 4-letter language of DNA, AGCT. 4-letter language of mRNA, ACGU. These are the words which I will be using, and now we move on to the topic, that is central dogma. This dogma states that there is only one way of flow of information, or you can say there is unidirectional flow of information from DNA to RNA, that is transcription. I told you DNA to RNA. DNA gets copied into RNA. So according to this dogma, it says that there is only one way flow of information. That means the information flow, the transfer of information is always unidirectional. And according to this dogma, it is from the DNA to the RNA, which we call as transcription. Is it clear for everybody? The main idea behind the central dogma is that the information will flow in only one direction, that is DNA to RNA. So what does central dogma say? That there is only one way of flow of information, or there is unidirectional flow of information from DNA to RNA, which we call as transcription, and then from RNA to building of polypeptides, that is translation. So what does it say, beta? The first step is transcription and the second step is translation. Simple language if I tell you. The first step according to central dogma is transcription will take place and then translation will take place. That means when I say transcription, I mean the copying of a DNA segment into RNA. And when we say translation, we mean the formation of polypeptides. That is what we are trying to say. So according to this dogma, the first thing that will happen is transcription, and then the second thing would be translation. If we express it in this equation, actually this dogma was proposed by Crick. If you remember Watson and Crick, so let's take that Crick alone. So this dogma was proposed by Crick in 1958, and he just expressed it in a single equation. What is this equation if you can see? DNA arrow, what is it? DNA arrow R. What is going to happen? First, replication will take place. Replication of DNA, the DNA strands will break down and each strand will produce another segment of DNA. Doubling of DNA, reproduction of DNA is what we call as replication of DNA. Replica means to make a similar copy. So what will happen, beta? We have one segment of DNA, it will replicate. It will make 2, then 2 to 4. So this is replication. According to this dogma, the first step will be replication. That is, DNA will make more DNAs. This DNA will undergo transcription to form mRNA, and then RNA will undergo translation to form polypeptides. Very simple. The simple way to remember this formula is RT square. RT square. R, first replication will take place, then transcription and then translation. Replication of DNA to DNA, transcription DNA to RNA, and translation RNA to polypeptides. In this dogma, genetic information is always stored in 4-letter language of DNA. I just told you 4-letter language of DNA, that means we are talking about the basis of the DNA. And similarly, the same is transferred to mRNA when transcription takes place. That means in the 4-letter language of mRNA. 4-letter language of RNA, we had the information stored, that is in form of A, G, C, T. And when it is transcribed into RNA, it goes into the 4-letter language of RNA, that is ACGU. So the information is being passed on from the DNA to the RNA through a 4-letter language. 4-letter in DNA is the AGCT, and when they are passed on to RNA, it becomes ACGU. So now we had Temin. The name of this person is Temin, T-E-M-I-N, Temin. In what did he do, beta? In 1970, he showed that retroviruses, they perform central dogma with reverse transcription. According to Crick, transcription is unidirectional. Always this will happen. But in 1970, there was a person, his name is Temin, T-E-M-I-N. He said no. He proved that in retroviruses, reverse transcription takes place, forming DNA and RNA. Reverse transcription, for example, HIV. DNA by transcription can form RNA, and RNA by reverse transcription can also form DNA. So this is just the opposite of transcription. When we say transcription, we say DNA leads to copying into RNA. But reverse transcription is that RNA can also lead to copying into DNA or convert into DNA. This is what we call as reverse transcription. So according to Temin, reverse transcription can also take place. It is not unidirectional. And he proved this in retroviruses You can see it in HIV. DNA can undergo transcription to convert into RNA, or RNA can be copied into DNA. So if DNA gets into RNA, we call it transcription. But if RNA is copied into DNA back, we call it as reverse transcription. And then the second step remains the same, the translation will take place. That part will not change. Only here we can have reverse transcription. That is all we have the central dogma. Just remember that there is one-way flow of information, unidirectional flow of information, and that is from DNA to RNA by transcription, and RNA by translation to the formation of to the polypeptides. This was proposed by Crick, 1958. How do you express it? DNA arrow replication, DNA will form more DNAs, then DNA will undergo transcription to form mRNAs, mRNA will undergo translation to form polypeptides. So simply, and remember that all the information according to this dogma is shared in a 4-letter language of DNA, which is as such transferred to the 4-letter language of RNA. However, this dogma was contradicted by Temin in 1970. He said that reverse transcription can also take place. It is not always that DNA will transcribe into RNA. The opposite can also happen, that RNA can reverse transcribe into DNA. That is all about